Hey everyone, it's Wednesday, February the 10th. The time is 4:06 p.m. and the temperature right now is minus 5 degrees Celsius. And this here is Havergal College. That's a private girls' school from kindergarten up to grade 12. And it is consistently ranked as one of the best schools in the province of Ontario. I was just reading that tuition there is about 35,000 Canadian per year, and you can double that if the student is boarding at the school. And on top of that, there's an $8,500 registration fee just to sign up and enroll at the school. And this here is Avenue Road. That's a look to the south. And I am currently walking north up the east side of Avenue. So the plan for this walk is to continue on straight past Lawrence Avenue West, and then I'll be in the Upper Avenue area. And I'll walk north through Upper Avenue, and then I think I'll veer off and briefly tour some of the residential streets and call it a walk. There's a sign for Lawrence Avenue West. This area I'm in now would be considered Midtown Toronto, although I think that actually ends at Lawrence Avenue. And there goes the 61 bus that runs from Eglinton Station, and then it'll go north up to just past Highway 401. And I think it turns around at what's called the Bombay Loop. And then it'll head back south down to Eglinton and over to Eglinton Station. And I counted 2 people plus a bus driver on that bus. So this is the intersection of Avenue and Lawrence. There's a look to the west. And a look to the east along Lawrence. And off in that direction, you'll find Lawrence subway station at the intersection of Lawrence and Eglinton. And there's what seems to be a rare sight these days, a Starbucks. They've closed a lot of locations in the city. And even though I don't live too far from here, it took me about 25 minutes to walk over to where I started recording this video. I haven't really felt any particular need or desire to record this area, as I personally don't find it to be all that interesting. There's a Pusateri's. I'm kind of tempted to cross the street here, but it's not the best idea. There's a South Street Burger. That one's opened up by New York Fries. And the neighborhood on the right is known as Bedford Park. And that's one of the wealthiest neighborhoods in all of Canada. And I think the neighborhood on the left here is Ledbury Park. So Avenue Road kind of splits the two neighborhoods. I think it might be a bit more interesting on the other side of the street. Coast is clear. And you can see there's a lot of rather modern, large homes. I'll just take a quick peek. And if you've ever wanted a mattress, there you go. Maybe a little soiled. So this is predominantly a low-rise neighborhood, and it's relatively low density. Relative to other commercial strips like this in the city. And there we go, Upper Avenue. And I think Upper Avenue comes from a business improvement area. I'm not sure if the BIA, as they call it, has even been formed yet. But I think those Upper Avenue signs went up about 3 years ago. There's an apartment complex across the street. So if you can recall, over the Christmas holidays, I went for a drive up to Niagara Falls. And this is the road I took. I came up Avenue Road here, and then I hopped on Highway 401. But really, I've just kind of found this stretch of Avenue Road to not be all that interesting. There's another street that no doubt has a number of very expensive properties on it. And this here is Brookdale Park. And whenever I drive back from Niagara Falls, I often stop at this A&W. There's 3 within walking distance of where I live, but this one has parking and is conveniently on the way back. You can see some more large homes over there. So that would be Bedford Park. There's a ballet school and a martial arts school. I'm sure they're both eagerly awaiting. Oh, I was about to say they're awaiting the go-ahead from the province to open up, but it looks like one of them has vacated their spot. It's a really tough place to turn out if you're a driver there. You really had almost zero visibility to either side if he doesn't creep out there. So he did make eye contact and waved me through, which is the right thing to do. Here's a new condo going up. I remember when this was just all hoarding. And that is an enormous TD Bank. That's got to be more than just a bank branch. It's 2 buildings. I really don't know a whole lot about this neighborhood, and there isn't a whole lot online. I guess that just sort of speaks to how bland it is. I don't mean to insult it if you like it. I just find it kind of lacks any distinct character. But it has a cannabis shop. Hemisphere Cannabis Company. And this is Fairlawn Avenue. Again, it looks like there's more other large homes down there. This isn't really what you would call a destination neighborhood. And even though I've been ordering food a whole lot lately, and I don't live too far from here, I can't recall having ordered from any restaurants along this stretch of avenue. This is definitely one of those neighborhoods where you get the impression that more people drive here than any other means of transport. Avenue of Seafood. There's a fine hardware store. I guess that's code for expensive. Toy Town. There goes a 61 bus. A cute looking shop. Par. Often when I'm on my way out, I cross-check a database I have of historical buildings in the city just to see if there's anything of note And it did not turn anything up along this stretch of avenue. There's a daycare or preschool, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that the neighborhood on the west side of the street, which is on my left, is also one of the wealthier neighborhoods, at least in the city. There's a No Frills. That's a discount supermarket chain owned by Loblaws. There's a guy just standing in the middle of the road. You are allowed to cross if you're free and clear to do so, not at an intersection, such as I did earlier, although I don't think you should just stand there in the middle of traffic waiting for an opening. And there's an LCBO. This is a fairly new location. That's the provincially run liquor retailer. Catherine's Lingerie. Tierra Nails. One thing I think I'll have to do is get out here in the spring and do a bike ride through these residential neighborhoods. There's McDonald's open 7 to 11. I'm looking for any businesses that sort of come to mind as well-known or popular spots. So feel free to point to anything I'm missing out in the comments, of course. All right, let's cross over to the east side here. So not too far to the north of here is Wilson Road. And you can turn right and take that to York Mills subway station at Yonge Street. It turns into York Mills. Or you could turn left and head west to Wilson Station. I thought that restaurant was Il Fornello. It is Il Fornero. And is it just me, or do all of these residential streets look exactly the same? They all have those same kind of rather large, modern-looking detached homes. And there's the Shell. I used to load the rental cars up with gas on my way back. Another cannabis shop. And here's a Firkin pub, the Pheasant. I would love to be able to pop in there and grab a drink and a bite to eat after a cold walk like this, but no can do. And there should be a Tim Hortons. Oh, there it is. Store closing end of January. I wonder if that was another victim of these restrictions in place. Darbar Persian Grill. Man, I really hope by summer all these places spring back to life. So I think we are past Bedford Park, and the area on the right here is called Cricket Club. There's an Aroma espresso bar. Let's see. Bruno's Fine Foods. I think that might be part of the Loblaws family of grocery stores. And this is Joycey Boulevard, which is still part of Upper Avenue as per that sign. And a few blocks to the north of here is Wilson Road, and there, just north of that, is Highway 401. You can see pretty much the end of Avenue Road. It ends just on the other side of 401. But let's take a look down some of these residential streets. I can only guess most of these homes are well north of 2 million. Maybe not that one. Then again, you never know. I'm sure most of them at some point were like that one. Like I said, I think this area is known as Cricket Club. I don't know what compels people to walk to their left when they're walking straight at someone. To me, common sense has always sort of dictated that you go to the right. Elm Road. Maybe I'll turn right here and loop back to Avenue Road. There's a interesting looking house down there. And look at that, no sidewalks. This is often a hallmark of either more suburban parts of the city, such as the outskirts, or richer neighborhoods. If you ask me, it's piss poor design. Dunblane Avenue. These are certainly nice homes, but without the greenery from the trees, it's hard not to feel like the area is a little soulless. Maybe that's a combination of the bare trees and the gray skies and the lack of any density around this area. You get the feeling that it's a bit exclusive. Maybe these residents probably want to keep it that way. Haddington Avenue. It looks to be a whole lot more of the same around here. So let's head back to Avenue Road. And I think I'll end this video. I do have my gear with me, so I'm thinking of just live streaming my walk back down to Yonge and Eglinton. It's kind of nice that the sun's staying out later than it used to. And again, no frickin' sidewalk. There's a cute little home, 85. That's the one I would want. Only because I live alone and I'm not a fan of doing chores. That looks to be the easiest one to stay on top of. There's the world's slowest executed three-point turn. Like most luxury SUVs, it appears the turn signals were not an option the buyer that one went for. And we are at the Firkin again. So, I hope you enjoyed this walk up Upper Avenue, along Avenue Road. Let me know your thoughts and comments down below. If you'd like to support the channel, you can check out channel memberships on my YouTube page itself, or Patreon membership. There is a link to that in the description. And you can also follow me on Instagram. All right, guys. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you on the next one.